Hey everyone, happy Friday. I hope you've had a great week. I'm going to be making two recipes today that are new to me. I'm really excited to try them. The first one is a chimichurri chicken, which is so easy. You're going to love this. I'm so excited to do this finally. And we're also making a Gouda broccoli soup, which sounds so fancy, but it's actually really easy. So the first thing that I need to do is I'm going to preheat my double burner grill pan. So many of you have been eyeing this up. This is such a workhorse in my kitchen. I use it all the time. I love it for making fajitas because I can do chicken on this side and like peppers and onions on this side. You can roll out one of those Pillsbury pizza crusts on here and grill each side and then pop in the oven because this is oven safe. It's obviously awesome for burgers, sausages, peppers and onions. Great for hot dogs. Great for shrimp. Shrimp is so good. Steaks, paninis. There's so much that you can do on here. But tonight we're going to grill the chimichurri chicken in here. So I'm really excited to try that. So I'm going to preheat this pan so that it's nice and sizzling hot whenever I add my food to it. That is something that is super important as you learn to cook meat, especially searing meats. You want your pans to be really nice and hot. And what's really good about our pans is they're made with aluminum and titanium. And what that means is the aluminum is going to give you great heat distribution, which means that it's going to maintain the temperature really well. And all parts of this pan are going to be equal temperature. So even if there's parts that aren't directly over a flame, that part of the pan is still going to be hot enough to properly cook our food. So you won't have like medium rare burgers in the center and like well done burgers on the outsides. No, they'll all cook really evenly. So let me show you kind of one of the stars of the shows. Our pantry items have gotten so good the past couple seasons, and we're trying two new ones. So right here, this is the chimichurri one. Now this came in a Taste Buds subscription box, which we're going to talk about later. Like last year, and people went nuts over this seasoning, and they brought it out, which they tend to do. If we really like something, they tend to bring it out. So this is the chimichurri seasoning. It's very it's like an herby, garlicky, just really good, like savory, all-purpose thing that you can use on so much. So good on steaks, on burgers, on shrimp, on wings. A lot of people love our air fryer. What I'm about to do with this chicken, you can do this with any food. It's gonna be so good. It would be so good on roasted potatoes. There's a lot. It's really good on pastas and rice. So lots of ways to use this. So, and it comes in one of these containers, which is so nice because you can scoop out or you can sprinkle. So I really like these. So what I did is Home Office suggested that we take 3 tablespoons of our seasoning and mix it with 1.5 tablespoons of water, and it kind of makes it into this I don't know, it's makes it a little bit more I don't know, moist, wet. And then after it's been sitting for a couple of minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of oil, and we're going to make kind of like a marinade with this. And let me put this in the sink. By the way, if you ever mix up like marinades or sauces or dips or anything with our seasonings, a little whisk and these prep bowls are so good for doing that. But look at this nice little marinade that we've made. This took minutes. And it's so much easier than chopping up a lot of herbs, because if you're going to make a chimichurri sauce fresh, you would use a ton of parsley and a ton of cilantro and have to chop that all up. So this makes it really easy just to give you a nice marinade. So I have about 3 chicken breasts, and I cut them in half so that they were much more thin. And that is going to get more flavor on the chicken. Let me use this little guy. Again, these little utensils are so nice for getting everything out of the prep bowl. So we're really cleaning this out. And then I'm just going to mix this around in our chicken and get a nice coating on the chicken. And this is going to go really nicely with our soup. which I'm so excited to try. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I wish that you could smell it. It's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of like a pesto, but not like a basil flavor, more of kind of like, I don't know. You have to just experience it for yourself. It's so good. If you've had chimichurri sauce, let me know in the comments and let everyone know how much you love it. It's very garlicky, which is so good. Now, okay, so this looks so good. So you could do this with shrimp. You could do this with pork, like a pork roast. It would be really good there. You could do this with wings and pop them in the air fryer. So many uses for this. Now, what I want to hear, yeah, do you hear that sizzle? You want to make sure that you hear that whenever you're cooking your chicken. Because that means that you're going to get a really nice sear on your food, which is what we want. And I'm not going to let this chimichurri sauce go to waste. I'm going to get as much of this on the chicken as I can. It looks so good already. Okay, now we're going to move on to the soup, which I'm using our cast iron enameled Dutch oven. This is in a blue color that you can't get anymore, but the gray is equally gorgeous. I love that one too. But if you ever see a color of these that you want, make sure you snag them up because they do discontinue them. So I'm going to just turn this on to medium. This Dutch oven is so nice for things like roast, soup, casseroles, bread. There's a lot you can do with this, and I'm actually going to melt, don't panic, half of a stick of butter. And we need the butter because we're going to make a roux to make a really nice thick broccoli cheddar set. It's not cheddar, but we're going to use a little cheddar, but we're going to use Gouda. Now, while this is melting, I'm going to chop up our onions. And I want you to see this manual, or this rapid cut mandolin. This is so nice because it works just like a mandolin that you might be familiar with. But this is so much safer because the blade is tucked away in here. So you're going to see how this works. But there's dials back here that allow you to do multiple settings. And we're going to do this setting. Cool. And it also comes with this nice little tray so that you can make sure all your food goes into the bin, which is of course so handy so that your food's not flying everywhere. And it also has this little chute that goes on here. I'm just going to turn it this way so that you can see it, so that you can put the food in this way, so your hands are never in contact with the blade, and you just push down, and the food comes out. So let me show you how that works. So we're going to chop up a bunch of stuff. We're going to start with an onion, and I'm going to use this food pusher. See how easy that is? This works so well for French fries, for stir fries, for fajitas, anything that you need to chop up a lot of vegetables for. And again, it went right into the bin. So we're going to add that into our mix here, into our soup. So like if you're doing like a chicken noodle soup, you're probably going to use like carrots and celery and onion. You could totally send all of those through. And there are 3 settings, so you can slice, julienne, and you can do a French fry setting. And then all of those settings, you have 8 different thicknesses to choose from. So it really allows you to do quite a lot with it. It's awesome for coleslaw, if you do coleslaw, if you do your own cabbage for that. So while I have this out, I'm going to do the carrot and the broccoli. So the carrots, they say to grate the carrots. So I'm going to do the thinner setting. So I'm going to do the julienne setting, and I'm going to go to 1. And so that I can put both pieces in like this and go even faster. See how easily that cut up that carrot? It's so great for salads and anything like that. You could also sneak a lot of vegetables into things like your burgers and your lasagnas and things like that. Let me give this onion a stir here. Oh, it smells so good. Anytime you cook with butter and onion, it's just delicious. I am going to salt this just a tad because I feel like that helps cook the onion down a little bit better. Okay, so I'm also going to do the broccoli. I like to chop my broccoli pretty small in my soup because I don't like to use gnawing on a hunk of broccoli when I'm trying to eat my soup with my family. So I'm going to go to the slice setting on here, and I'm going to open up the blade a little bit to be more of like an 8. And these are both going to go into the soup at the same time. My smoke detector is so dramatic. We're all good. I think that's the third time the smoke detector has gone off in our lives, which, whatever. So anyway, I'm just going to keep doing that. This works so great for broccoli salad. If you make broccoli salad, just lift it up in no time. See how easy that was? So we just did a carrot, onion, and broccoli in no time. This is also dishwasher safe, so it's super easy to clean, and it collapses, so it stores really easily in your cabinet. It's something that I highly recommend. It's safe, it's easy to clean, easy to use, super helpful in the kitchen to save you time, and I feel like everyone needs one. So I've got my broccoli and carrots ready. Over here. Looks delicious. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit while I get my bread going. So I'm going to make some croutons. Actually, you know what? We're going to get this going now that I'm thinking about it. So this recipe came in my Taste Buds subscription box. If you haven't heard about Taste Buds, it's one of my favorite things that we offer. Camper Chef sends Taste Buds subscribers 3 seasonings, and one of them is an exclusive seasoning that isn't available in a regular catalog. And they also send you recipes to go with them, with all sorts of ideas on how to use them. And they are always so good. All the recipes are amazing. And I just love that I just don't have to think about dinner for 3 recipes. It's all laid out for me. It usually gets me out of my comfort zone a little bit, which I really appreciated. And the recipes are so good. We put them in our regular rotation all the time. So, highly recommend this. So do now is I need to add in 6 tablespoons of flour. These little metal scoops are about 3 tablespoons. So I'm just going to do 1, 2 scoops of that. I'm going to put this away. And then I'm going to, then I need to do 2 tablespoons. Now this came, they come in one of these, the seasoning to smoke Gouda did, but I already have it in the tub, which, let me get this going and then I'll explain this. So we need 2 tablespoons of this smoked Gouda mix. So we're going to mix this in and kind of get our roux going. The roux is what makes this soup nice and thick. And basically, it's when you add melted butter and then you cook in flour and then you'll add a liquid. Sometimes it's milk, sometimes it's broth, sometimes it's wine, and that gives you a really good flavor and it thickens up your soup. So we're going to add the broth. We need 3 cups of chicken broth. By the way, let us know where you're joining from. If you're joining from a party, or if you're joining like what part of the country you're joining in on. I love seeing where everyone's tuning in from. So I'm just slowly adding in our broth, and this little silicone whisk is perfect for this job. I think that if you get our enamel cast iron, you need this because the style of cooking that you do, they just go so well together. So that was 2 cups. Let me add in another cup. By the way, I think it's about time I put this chicken. It looks so good. They look good. Oh my gosh, my favorite, I love this. So anyway, you want to whisk this all together. And we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes so it gets kind of thick. And while that's thickening up, I'm going to cut up the bread because we're going to make homemade croutons, which is included in this recipe, and we're using the Gouda mix. So I just got some French bread from the bakery. Sometimes you can snag these on their clearance aisle. They have the old baked goods that they're trying to get rid of. And when you're going to use it for croutons, it's perfect because it doesn't really matter how fresh it is. So I'm going to use our bread knife to cut this into bite-sized pieces. The bread knife is so great because it has a serrated edge, which makes it really easy to cut things that are kind of squishy. So we're just going to cut this up. What I love about making your own croutons is you can really be creative with the flavors that you use it for and the bread that you use for it. You can use like a rye bread or pumpernickel bread or whatever you have on hand, Italian. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. How cute is this little guy for measuring things like oil? I love this. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. We're going to do a tablespoon of our smoked Gouda mix. It smells so good. And then we're going to add some salt and just a little black pepper. Mix it all together. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. This is such a great way to use up anything that you have going bad in your pantry too. Just make some croutons and it'll give it a little bit extra life. And we're going to put this here on our pizza stone. I know a lot of you have one of these laying around. Did you know you can make croutons on it? Okay, so, and then we're going to put this in the oven for 12 minutes. So this chicken is done, but my soup is not, and usually what ends up happening is I start panicking over the chicken being done and being cold. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to use our insulated bowls here. These are so amazing. They have a lock-tight lid, so this seals shut, so that you can travel with these and not worry about them coming open. But they keep, and they have this great little rest in here. This doubles as a spoon rest so that when you take them on picnics, you don't have to lay your utensils on a dirty picnic table. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this chicken off of the grill pan, and I want you to pay attention to all of the pieces of this are evenly cooked. Oh my gosh, look how delicious that looks. I'm so excited to try this. But every piece of chicken looks exactly the same, even though I have them on 2 different burners. So that double burner grill pan is awesome. It is technically dishwasher safe. I don't put my pans in the dishwasher. I just can't do it. But they do have a lifetime warranty. So I put the chicken in here, and this comes in 2 sizes, and you can get them in a set. So worth it. And what I also love is it has this hook on the side, so that you can leave the lid next to the bowl. You're not like hunting for table space to keep the lid. So I'm just going to leave this right on top of here, lock it tight, and it'll stay nice and warm until we're ready to eat when the soup is ready. So this is the bigger one. It's huge. So it does have a double wall insulated interior, so it keeps your food hot for 4 to 6 hours. It also keeps your food cool for 4 to 6 hours. Okay, so we've got this bubbling. It's nice and thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in, wasn't quite done with that. Oh, well. We're going to add in 2 cups of half and half. I think this is 2 cups. I think this is 2 cups. Pretty sure. Wow, got that all over. Yeah, so we could have totally used this. We're just checking for science. This is already dirty, so whatever. Okay, so we're mixing that in. And so we're going to bring this to a simmer also gonna add in our broccoli and our carrots. I love these little scrapers because they help you get every last bit out of whatever you're cooking with. This already smells so good. It smells so cheesy and delicious. And there's so much color in here. And I love the veggies that are packed into this, like the broccoli and the carrots. I love how easy it was to put together. So let me tell you about these. So again, the mix that I'm using today is the smoked Gouda mix. And this comes in this month's Taste Buds subscription. The other Taste Buds, it came with like a bell pepper rub. And there was one other one. They're all really good. I think it was like a rosemary. But if you order this on our Mystery Host link, you're going to get an extra ticket to the Mystery Host Rewards. So really good way to use that. But anyway, so this smoked Gouda mix is also available in our popcorn set. They put together these 3 mixes, and they work awesome on popcorn, but they work so well for other things as well. Of course, the smoked Gouda, which you're going to use on popcorn, you can use on pasta. It's really good on pasta. Put it onto sandwiches. You can put it into your eggs. Really awesome. The ranch one, which you can do dips with this. You can mix this with some Greek yogurt for a healthier alternative to ranch dressing. Add some water or milk into it to put on your salads. You can obviously cook with this. You can put this in your slow cooker meals to add some flavor. Add it into your buffalo chicken dip for some added flavor. Really cool. Use this for that. And then our French toast mix. Oh, this smells so good. I love this on popcorn, but I also really love mixing this into my whipped cream when I make it. You could also sprinkle it on your oatmeal. You can put it over your ice cream. You can put it over your toast. It's so good. So all 3 of these are available in a set. That's the only way to get these. And well worth it. These are great. These make a great gift too for a college kid. You can send your college kid away with these and a popcorn maker. Such a great gift. So I'm going to put those up here and away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this to a simmer. I'm going to add in 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. And then I'm going to serve it with the croutons. So that is basically it. So that took me, 25 minutes of work, a little bit longer, but I was also chatting. And I love all of the products that we use today. I use these so often. If you're coming from a party, definitely go back to your host and make sure you order from there. Otherwise, you can order from our Mystery Host giveaway. I collect orders on that link, and then at the end of the month, I'm going to do a big reveal, and someone's going to win those rewards. Also, if you comment giveaway in the comment section, I'm giving away one of our seasonings. So I'm not sure which one it is yet, but I'll send this to you in the mail. So make sure you comment that down below to get in on the giveaway. And I'm going to post some pictures of the final results so that you'll get to see how everything looks. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions for me, feel free to send me a message. If you'd like to order anything and you can't find a link, send me a message. Or if you want me to put your order together for you, I'd be happy to do that, whether you're coming from a party or outside of a party. And I will see you guys next time. Love you all. Hope you have a great weekend. See you later. Bye.